hello and welcome to day 4 in your energetic reset. So you're in the right place if you're ready to take your next step. But sometimes you might not have known exactly what that next step is. So today we're going to be putting it all together. I'm going to be sharing with you what to do even when you don't know what your next step should be. Woo! So I'm Max Riggs, energetic awareness, empowerment coach, and energy healer. And you're in the right place if you're an energetically aware person, if you're a sensitive person, if you're a highly sensitive person, or you've been called too sensitive. Wow, in your life. Because you as an energetically aware person, you're actually amazing. You have these superpowers. And people may have told you that they were superpowers before, but they didn't explain how to use them. And any superpower that's stuck on full, that's stuck too high, becomes a limitation. Wowza. Yeah. So it's just like if you were Superman or Wonder Woman and could only access your superpower of strength. If you went to hug somebody or pick up a glass of water, you'd crush them or break the glass. Whoa. So everywhere your superpowers of energetic awareness have been stuck on full. Whoa. Ugh, yikes. Do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ooh, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. And anything preventing you from adjusting or having your superpower awareness automatically adjust to what's a contributive level for you. Do you choose to release, let go, and remove all that? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy. Woo! Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Woo! Banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish, banish, vanquish. Wowza. Yeah, so we've covered a lot over the last few days. And today I wanted to do kind of a quick summary of all that. So the first thing we talked about was you as an energetically aware person, you're influenced or even impacted by the energies, emotions, the things in the energetic field around you. Whoa. Yeah, and it's not because you're doing anything wrong. You're not supposed to do something different. Just like you don't make yourself wrong if you're out in the rain and get wet. We just tend to pick up those energies, be influenced by those energies. And because those energies are also like unseen, it makes it harder sometimes for us to recognize when we're being influenced by that. And because of that, that's why I recommend that you have a daily practice, why you do energetic clearings, even when it seems like you don't need them. And that's the main reason I provided you with the free Recenter and Reclaim energetic change audio, because you can play that and it works to pull things off from the background. It also reminds you to look at something. So just like sometimes when you have like a headache, and you're going, why do I have this headache? And then later you realize it's like, oh, wait, I've been listening to this music that's really disturbing. Blah, vaporize, liquefy. And so you turn off the music. And that's a lot about what our energetic awareness is. We end up sensing or perceiving things that we're not consciously aware of or aren't consciously aware of at the moment. But until we recognize those, they impact us. And that's like the running these energetic clearings, having your energetic shower that like freshes you up and allows you to be more of you and to accomplish what you would like during the day. Okay, so that was kind of like what we talked about in the beginning. And then the second thing that's really important to do is to set up your day for a win. What's one thing, or maybe 2 or 3 things, that if you accomplish them today would make today a win? Do you feel your body just relax on that? Because what happens is for most of us, we have a huge to-do list. Or if you want to look at like where we are now to the goals we want to achieve our life, even if you have an amazing day, how much of the complete goals in your life did you achieve? Ooh, yikes. Yeah, it's not that much, but it works towards that. And the thing is if you don't set up the day for a win, or what would make the day a success, you can have a super successful day and then beat yourself up later for not doing more. Whoa. And I talked about this, I think it was yesterday, about how I discovered I was doing that. I had a super productive day. I accomplished more that day than I have in many days before that. But at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I started to kind of beat myself up going, oh, it wasn't such a good day. Whoa, I didn't accomplish as much as I wanted. Whoa. So every place that you've been making yourself wrong, judging yourself for not accomplishing more, even when you did have some successes during the day, Do you choose to release and let all that go? Ah, yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize. Ah, do you feel your body kind of relax on that? Yeah, because it's something we often do is just judge ourselves too harshly about many things. So what I'm going to recommend is every day is you decide at least one thing, and don't make it too big, but do at least one thing that if you accomplish this today or did this today, that would make today a success. Now, for me, I've started to do this every morning, and sometimes it's hard to come up with that because it's new to us, and we've decided that almost like only huge things can be a win. Woo. So maybe what's a small thing that you can decide if you did that today would make today a win? Ah, cool. Awesome. And then the next part is when we've decided on our win, we can have then additional energetic or emotional things come up that make it harder for us to accomplish that. Yeah. So like, for example, if you had to do a presentation at work, whoa, that brings up a lot of anxiety for a lot of people. But if you did, and that would be maybe your win is completing that, what you want to do is just like remove the energetic stuff that brings up. So often we think like when we start having those concerns that there's something wrong with us, we're not good enough. Whoa. But what if it's just you're perceiving more energies? Like, for example, on the work presentation, how many people around you might be nervous about having to give a work presentation? Whoa, a lot. So some of the energies and emotions that are coming up for anything that you're doing are actually the perceptions you have of people around you that might be concerned having that same experience. Yeah, and you might actually not have any concerns about giving a presentation, but surprisingly they come up. And why is that? Well, often it's because we're picking them up from other people that have those same things. And some of it might be some things from the past, like when you had to do a presentation when you were a little kid, and maybe that scared you. Ooh, let all that go, let all that go, let all that go. Okay, and then so now you've done all that stuff, you've cleared out the energetic gunk so you can make today a win. Then what happens when you're working towards a larger goal or dream? Wow, that brings up a lot more concern. But one of the things I'm going to say is when we've done all the energetic clearing, we remove the things that are in the way, for you to take that next step, you do have to take that next step. Ugh, do you feel the resistance on having to take that next step? Ugh, yikes, that's huge. And the thing is we all have that. And one of the parts that comes up is because we feel that in order to start accomplishing our goals and dreams, we have to take these huge steps. Whoa. Yeah. And does it sometimes, well, scary to take a huge step? Does it sometimes take a lot of energy to take a huge step? Wow. So yes. But one of the parts is if we don't take a step today, if we don't take a step tomorrow, how likely are we going to accomplish our goals and dreams? Yeah, let all that go, let all that go, let all that go. Okay, and so what I'm going to recommend is that you take a step, and it can even be a very small step towards working on the goal or dream. Yeah, and it brings up a lot of resistance. So everywhere you have to decide, you have to figure out the perfect step, the perfect next step to take. Oh, do you choose to release and let all that go? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Oh, yeah. And because the thing is you don't have to take a big step. You don't have to take a huge step to actually move really forward on your goals. And what I found is when you actually take a small step, even a step that you think might not make any difference, when you're in a disempowered, you're feeling small, you're feeling weak, when you're in that space and take that small step, it can actually get you further along your path than if you take a big step when you're feeling in an empowered place. Yeah, and it's interesting because I've experimented with this, because when you're waiting for that perfect time, when you're feeling in that fully space, how often do you have a fully empowered where you feel like you're on the top of the world and can accomplish anything day? Yeah, for some of you, you haven't even had that. And everything that brought up, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. But even for the most of us, or for all of us, you're lucky if you have a fully empowered day once a week. For many of us, it's maybe only one a month or a couple a year. Whoa. And if you wait for that, You have all this time that you're waiting before taking that step. But if you take a small step now, a small step tomorrow, another small step, and then you have an empowered day, you can take a huge step. And by taking those small steps, you actually get more empowered, more fully empowered days over the course of the year. And the part that I want to say is that we've always thought that we have to do these really big steps, or it has to be this perfect step. And the thing is sometimes what I play with is, what's this, when you're kind of trying to remove the judgment of what step you should take, what's the smallest possible step that you could take that would move you forward in your goals and dreams? Do you feel things lighten up and there's kind of a question? It's like, ooh, what is that? Because that's an actual possible question that you can get some real answers to, and you can actually accomplish that today, as opposed to, what's the largest, biggest step that you can take that'll move you toward your goals and dreams? Ugh, doesn't that just feel awful? And why would it feel awful? Is because we feel that we can't do that. And it might not be a day that we can do that. But no matter where you are, no matter how you feel, you can always take a small step. Whew. And the thing is I really want to focus in on this, that small step can be really small, because there are some days that we're having a really tough time. Ooh, and I can feel that's true for a lot of you. But even in that super tough day, you can take some step that moves you forward where you would like to go. You can open up a web browser or do some research. You can send one email. You can accomplish one small thing on your to-do list. You could carry one dish to the sink. Whoa. Yeah. And what I want you to do is, even though you can do all that, is if it feels like you can't, I don't want you to judge yourself. Oh, you feel your body relax on that? Because when you take the judgment off, is like, oh, Max said I should be able to do even the small step today. I feel like I can't do anything. Blah, yikes. But what if you don't put any judgment on that? What if it's okay that in this moment, you can't even take a small step? It's kind of like, query, why is that? Well, because when you remove the judgment that you can't even take that small step right now, then that allows that energy to pass, and then you can take that step. And sometimes, even when it's and the step you always can take, no matter where you are, is reach down, press play on the Recenter and Reclaim audio, or any of my other energetic change audios, because they work to change things, even when it feels like you can't. And then you can take that step. So I was saying about how you can take the smallest step possible, but sometimes even that, you're like, I'm not even sure what the next step should be. Whoa, yeah, can you feel that? And the part is, it's easy to get stuck into, oh, what's the perfect step? Or what's sometimes even any step you can take. Wow, and I get that. But the part I'm going to say, that when you don't know what the next step is to take, you can actually take any step. Yeah, if you kind of go what? I can take any step? Because what's interesting is sometimes, even when you take a step in what seems like the completely wrong direction, well, we've all done that, that gives you energetic information. You get awarenesses that let you know the next step to take. And so what's interesting is I've also found that sometimes taking a step in what seems like the completely wrong direction actually gets you further on your actual path than in taking what seems like a step in the right direction. Whoa. So anything preventing you from taking any step, taking the right step, taking the wrong step, whoa, that'll actually get you further, faster along your path. Do you choose to release, let go, and allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Ah, yes, I choose that. Whoo, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. So just to kind of summarize what we were going over, is you as an energetically aware person, you pick up, you're exposed to, you're influenced or even impacted by the energies around you. So you just being you, even if you're not doing anything, those energies can build up, just like dirt or just like sweat, and we just need to take an energetic shower. So that's why I recommend running an energetic process at least once a day, and then anytime when something comes up. So one of the things I've actually super excited about energetic work when I discovered this 6 years ago is that I don't have to be in any emotional state. Woo! You don't have to be in any emotional state or wait for that emotional state to pass. You can always do energetic clearing, energetic releasing to lighten up and to speed the time you're moving through. Now, can you move from being super down to super empowered right away? Well, you can, but for most of us, we probably can't move quite that fast. But we always can move from feeling super disempowered to feeling a little bit more empowered to feeling a little bit better. So everywhere you blamed yourself that you should be able to instantly change things, woohoo! Wow, do you feel that? When that wasn't possible, do you choose to release, let go, and or allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Woo! Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Bedish fake wish, bedish fake wish, bedish fake wish, bedish fake wish. Yeah, because the one thing that's more important than all of this stuff is that you're not wrong. Woo. You're not doing anything wrong. I know it feels like that sometimes, but you're really not. And you're always in the perfect place to take the next step. Like I mentioned before, is that there's been many people, no matter where they were in their life, had success going forward. So no matter where you are, no matter how many things you decided that you were supposed to do by now, woo. So what are all the things that you were supposed to accomplish by now? Yikes! Woo! All of that, do you choose to release, let go, and allow all that to be removed from your reality now? Yes, I choose that. Vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy, vaporize, liquefy. Oh, awesome. Okay, so we covered a lot today, but it was nice to have that summary of what was going on. So I hope you're going to join me tomorrow for the final day in the 5-day energetic reset. So I'm Max Riggs, and I'm hoping to see more of the powerful, amazing, and successful you again soon. Bye for now.